I want you guys to realize how important risk management is. And in the previous video, I talked about idolizing money, right? Because you're not thinking about the process. It's a process. It's building a brick house, brick by brick. But instead, you just keep acting like the whole house is already done. Nobody's, probably besides George Soros, but nobody's life completely changed all because of one trade, right? Like this is it's to sucker you in, man. Like this is what majority of the prop firms are doing, right? They make you believe that, oh, you could just get this big ass account and then one trade your whole life changes, right? You just can't think that way, man. You have to fall in love with the process, and the process is, it all starts off with risk management. Majority of people are very good at trading if you learn to not have FOMO and to use the proper risk and to understand that losing is a part of trading. You're going to lose a trade. Just because you took a loss, it just doesn't mean that, oh, I have to learn something completely different. Like, oh man, I suck so bad. Like that's the mindset that we have because we just not consistently enough doing the right thing. We're more consistent doing the wrong thing, just like over leveraging. So this is why I want you guys to listen to this video on I want to talk to you guys about risk management. Like, just give it a shot. You know, if you can't manage $100 account, you can't manage a $1,000 account. It is what it is, right? If you can't manage 1,000, you can't manage 100,000, right? Because if you're not using the proper risk management for any single account, eventually you're gonna blow the whole damn thing, because you're listening to your feelings. Your feelings change worse than the weather. It changes every second of the day. The moment you lose a trade, you feel like you're a bad trader. The moment you win, you're a great trader, right? So you have to have a blueprint, is what I'm saying. You can't just be trading off of feelings and hopefulness. You have to be strategic. And then you have to use proper risk, because even if you're in the learning stages, right? You cannot be learning how to get better and then don't have no stop losses and not using a proper proper lot sizes based off of your account. Because what you're doing is you're just focusing on money yet again. And when you take a loss, most people close and lose their trades because they're in drawdown, or because when they see they're in drawdown, it's bigger than what they thought. So you have to understand, like, when you're trading, use risk management, right? So you're like, just start off this way, just to get your feet wet, just 2% of your overall account. So when you're trading an account, right, you just want to risk 2%. So it doesn't, and then put your stop losses above or below structure where you will be looking for the opposite trade. What I mean is, if you're looking for buys and if it breaks resistance, your stop loss has to be at an area of support where you would be looking for sells, right? So if the trade goes against you, you know you're completely wrong, because I would be looking for sells at that moment, right? So when you place that stop loss, you should always know how much you are willing to lose. Most people just don't do that. They just enter trades up and down and just praying and hoping, I guess. But I don't want you guys to do that. You know, like, if you struggle with risk management, like, your testimony is gonna really help people, right? Because that's a struggle for a lot of us. Like, when you look at prop firms, I guarantee majority of people lose is because of over leveraging. Like, that's just it. Like, people will start a prop firm and lose it in one day. Like, just be off of 1 to 2 trades, because they're just thinking about that dollar amount. Another tip is also focusing on percentages. Just focus on a percent. Don't focus on the dollar amount. You don't. It sucks to be right about a trade and then you lose because you're focusing on your drawdown. Because you was expecting, you got $1,000 account and your stop loss is at 800, but then you get a pullback and then you see that you're down $350 to $400, and you just close the trade, and then it just drops all the way in profit, and you could have doubled your account, right? It's impossible to trade that way, because just risk management, right? So this is why I want you guys to really work on that. You know, that was one of my struggles. I had a very bad struggle with that, right? And it just goes by, you know, my lifestyle, right? I didn't understand money. There's literally a book on on risk management. They have books on it. They have education on it. The information is there for you guys. You have to seek it. You just have to seek it. Because I guarantee the people that you watch every day, they don't teach you this stuff because you're not seeking it. They're teaching you how to have FOMO, right? Those quick dopamine hits. That's what they're teaching you every day. They're teaching you bullshit, right? They're teaching you even how to sin. And they're showing you so much bad stuff every single day that you don't even know that is bad for you. Because like you go outside, you look at nice cars, you're like, oh man, like I want to get that now, right? You look into social media, you see people partying and showing this crazy lifestyle, you like, I want to get it now. Then your risk management just goes right out the window. So you have to control the things that you see. So I'll always preach this to you guys. I want you guys to just clear out, like do a whole detox, right? A whole detox. If it's not motivating you, helping you in some sort of way, the right way, you have to let that go. And then once you start seeking the right information, then you're gonna find it. But first, you have to do a whole 360. Who you are today is not gonna get you to that next level. You have to actually change, and that change starts now.